All right, welcome back, everyone. Let's see. All right, so look, we have someone brand new. Hey, Richard, welcome back. T. Oh, not exactly sure how to pronounce your username, but the first person who gave me a comment. Where are you coming in from? One. Okay, good, good. At least I'm not alone here. Queen, I went against my normal rule set of not trading during lunch, and I saw this one trade above. I I walked out of the office and I came back for something, and I saw right in this range here where it closed just above. And I said, okay, you know what? Let me take this entry. And so I took it. And it started to deliver a little bit and then it came back on me. And so I'm just holding out to see what it can give me. Oddly enough, I could have waited until the macro and gotten the exact same entry. But anyway, we're in. Let's see what happens. Oh, yeah, let's keep our fingers crossed and hope this thing works out for us. Yep, just give me 2 minutes. I'll be right back. All right, let's hope our bullish breaker actually pushes price higher and it's not this bearish breaker that is pushing price lower. I did see the potential in that conflict there, but I still went with it. So let's see how this works. Oh, from Alaska. Okay, welcome. I'm in Arizona, in Phoenix. Hey, Molly, welcome. Miss Healthy's back. How goes it? Good afternoon. Yeah, Queen, I don't know if you noticed, but actually this low here that was put in right at noon into this fair value gap below us, the 1 hour. This is actually a breaker from Wednesday, I think. I don't know if you remember this one. It was, I guess, around 10 in the morning, and it just played around all day long, and finally at 3 o'clock took off. So it tapped right into it, right on the fair value gap there, and that was at 12 o'clock. Yeah. All right. So the macro is now over. Where's the money? If price wants to go up, it has to at least give some indication that it's going to happen, even if it's still going to take some time. If one of these sweeps of a low, pushes price higher, that doesn't happen soon, then my stop loss is up next. Oh, you like it? Oh, okay. Appreciate it. Yeah, I was wondering how people would take the new colors. So it's something I'm trying. I'll give it a week and see if it sticks. And currently we have the dollar selling, trading back into the range. The big expansion it had this morning left a pretty sizable fair value gap on the hourly time frame that now the dollar's trading back into. It was slightly bearish during lunch, a small candle, but now so far, first 20 minutes, it's already at a range a little bit larger than the lunch hour. And all three indices are also selling this hour so far. So we have dollar and all three indices, all four, pushing bearish at the moment. All right, there's a stop loss. It always seems to work out that way. I take a trade in demo, it runs to TP. I take a trade in my live account, it finds my stop loss. breaker again as well. All right, Kay. Good luck. Good luck to you. Oh, appreciate it, laughter. Yeah, we're going with the Charlotte Hornet theme. We have the lunch low down at 18,414 and a half. And so I marked that out as a potential area for price to trade to, taking liquidity, and then we'll see where it wants to go from there. Another view and make sure that the dollar's still selling. And so far it is. And we do have the indices at this moment looking very similar to this candle here. They're all pulling back from a bearish candle. Let's see if that's a sustained pullback or if it's a fake out, and we're going to see lower prices in just a moment. Right, we're at 130 now, so we passed the halfway point, and our lunch low is still the same value. So 18,414, lunch high is 18,491. Went in with a tight stop loss if I get tapped in here, just because if it goes below where I'm at, where the stop loss is, then it's not the idea I thought it was. Doing anything right now, so revisit that in a few minutes. Let me just look for something else. I appreciate it, Splash. Good afternoon to you. Great. So we keep hovering around this consequent encroachment of this the last expansion leg down prior to the lunch bounce. So I went ahead and just measured this leg out on the 15-minute. And wanted to see what 50% of a retracement of that would be as price was retracing back down. It went much further than the 50%, but it's now traded back into the range. And so far, the last uh, 15 minutes or so, it's just been sitting up here, right at the consequent encroachment level. But it does have a bearish breaker just above it. So because of that, price may not want to move. May not want to move a lot in the next few minutes. We do have the macro coming up in another 10 minutes. And so we'll see where price is when that starts. I'm sorry, I misspoke. This was a bullish breaker, not a bearish breaker. This was a bullish breaker that failed. Yeah, so traditionally I would have used that. I would have liked to have used those just because these two candles are inside of this range. Um, but then I keep hearing everyone saying, no, it's the candle before the sweep, the previous candle just before the sweep. So I switched and started using these. But this is traditionally how I would have used it. Not sure if that would have worked anyway. Let's see. We'd still be in because you would have had your stop a couple points below. Um, But that just means the stop would have been a couple points larger than what we already had. But it looked like we would still be in a trade. I'm not sure if it would win, but we would still be in at the current moment. But yeah, we'll see. Looks like the range is about twice the size. HCE, good job. Yeah, follow HCE. Click the thumbs up button. Let me know that you like the stream. More importantly, let YouTube know you like the stream. All right, so we did not take the lunch low. Lunch low is still open. Started building back up. We're now probably, my guess is somewhere around 50% of this range. A little past, okay. It's about 60% there. Yep. Yeah, that's actually not a bad idea. Even though I'm sitting here watching it, I don't know how many of you actually use these alerts that TradingView allows you to put just in case you're away from the charts. It'll send you a text message on your phone and let you know that your level's been hit and you should get back to the charts. 800 more. You'll get it. You'll get it, TJ. Yeah, you're right. That is the most important feature, the extra alerts and then the additional data if you want to go back for a long distance when back testing. But those are the two best features. I don't really need 10 indicators and all that stuff. But these alerts are clutch for sure. All right, everyone. Remember the lime green area is the new week opening gap. So so far this morning have been just hanging around this area of where price opened up at 1800 yesterday. Yes, I did notice that. The last thing that they need to do now is to add limit orders during. If they add limit orders on replay, then we're golden. But right now, your entries are still kind of. You just got to rely on wherever the candle finishes and wherever it closes, and you have to just enter there. I guess if you get right around to where your entry is going to be, I guess you could drop down to the 10-second or something and keep waiting until a candle closes close to where your entry is. But if they could put a limit order on there, then there's no reason to look for any other program for backtesting. All right, so price is now closed above consequent encroachment of the bullish breaker here. One thing I've noticed that when price taps into the breaker and it does a short expansion and then retraces back down, a lot of times it's always going for, sorry, the consequent encroachment of that expansion leg. Oh, I guess in this case it's this one, the last expansion leg before price turned around. It'll come back and get that before continuing on. The only thing was I couldn't take an entry here at 471 and then put a stop loss below the lunch low at 14. And that's a 55-point stop loss there. All right, we're in the macro now for a minute. I really forgot. All right, well, we're looking for now to see if price wants to run to the lunch high. If that's not the case, we have the lunch low just below us. It's approximately right in the center right now. So we're just trying to figure out which direction price wants to go. Yes, Devin, I do this full time. You can catch me every morning at 9:15, or you can catch me for the afternoon session at 1300 every day. All right, so just before we got to the macro, we can see how price was pushing lower and lower. We had a closure down here at 18,426. This low was created by this consolidation here and this swing high, these three candles. And those candles were broken and closed above here. So now the question is, does it want to stay above, or was this just a sweep? And now we're going to see price continue lower. The fact that it closed leads me to believe price wants to continue higher, but we need that confirmation. So we want to see this leg here trade down to consequent encroachment. Right, 443.25. In this candle, just the last one, the low, 443.25. So it traded exactly to consequent encroachment there. All right, so now it has balanced this price range here. And let's see now if price wants to continue higher. Okay, I think you just might be on side. Well, a confirmation would be trading and closing back above this line here. We want to get it back above and closing. There you go. And definitely impulse is better than small candles. Yes, if you're taking a conservative entry, Danrick, you want to see price trade above here again. If you want to take a more aggressive entry, you could have entered down here. And you don't even have to take it far. You could have entered down here at 445, and you could have just run to these equal highs, which would be a 20-point trade. But on this lower time frame, we also have equal highs over here at 471. And then ultimately, of course, we're looking for the lunch high to be swept. So we're looking at 491. Yeah, but the ultimate confirmation on the breaker is above the breaker, close above the breaker of 471. We got it over here, which is why the entry was taken during lunch, but then it failed. It delivered 20 points or so, but after that, it failed and started to push lower, even though it didn't sweep the lunch low, and now it's pushing back higher. And so we'll see if it can get above the breaker here at 471 and close. But so far, at least getting above this market structure level is a good start. Right, we're right at the new week opening gap again. So previous 3 times has rejected back in basically in the last 10 minutes. It's had 3 different candles that have rejected out, or last 20 minutes. All right, so we have equal highs now. The one I just put in, I believe it's the same value as this one. This high is 466 flat, and the last candle's high, 466 flat. Okay, now it's broken that high. I'll get rid of this. I'll also get rid of this one, just to make it a little cleaner. Right up next, let's see if we can get above the breaker at 471. And if we manage to close above 471, then we're looking for 490, which is the lunch high, which is yeah, on any of the time frames, this is the most recent swing high. And it also might signal we're looking at a market maker buy model on a 5-minute time frame. Right? Just see. Okay, so that's already been traded to 50%. All right, let's see if we get a new. Oh man, so we got a new high. So when this candle first started, the first 2 seconds, it kind of jumped up and clean and filled in this area here, like the first 2 seconds. And I thought that was a fake out where it jumps up and then the rest of the candle trades down. And so I started laughing, had a little chuckle going, thinking, it's going to catch somebody. Sure enough, it faked me out. It made a new high. All right, we're in the top quartile now of the breaker. Yep, closing the top quartile, that last candle. Molly, where are you looking for a short at? Yeah, these candles are definitely not in a hurry to get anywhere. But we have crossed over into the silver bullet hour. Right, back at consequent encroachment again. Mhm. Denrick, it is making higher lows. You're right about that, and higher highs. It is still trending upwards, trending this way. Let's see. Let's go ahead and mark these highs and lows up. Let's see. Okay. Okay, Molly. So you're Your analysis is that price is going to trade between the lunch high and the lunch low, just kind of back and forth type of situation. Okay. Well, this breaker here has not been invalidated, so it is still a valid breaker, and it is the reason why price broke down during lunch and also prior to lunch. We had a push here at 11:07, which pushed price down. All right, there goes the so macro period's over. Go ahead and shift. Yeah, we'll see how price develops in the next 20 minutes and we get around 2:30, but we might be setting ourselves up for a power hour move as opposed to something this hour. As soon as the whales are in. All right, well let's try to get in when the whales get in. Okay, not quite there yet. Let's see what happens when we get to 454. Looks like, oh, there it is. And on top of that, we have a wick here that maybe it wants to trade through 50% of that. So 449. We start seeing price break much lower than 449, then it's likely sweeping all the lows. And we're just having trend line liquidity between this low, and this one. All right, brother Free, appreciate it. Sagas of the Virtual Realm. This guy here. Yeah, I changed my bar colors. Trying something new. I was playing around with OBS this weekend, trying to liven up the some of the screens here, and then I also decided to change the colors of my bars and just see if it sticks. So far, I like it. DJ, yes, I only trade NAS. Exactly, the Jordan. Well, if you really want to look at it, it's like the Jordan, what the 4s, I believe. No, the 5s, the Jordan 5s. The original Jordan 5s way back in 1990 or whenever they came out. But yeah, it's the Charlotte Hornet themes. Yeah, I guess it would be right on time for Easter if I said these are Easter colors. Okay, I got you, Loot. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Let the whales go in and do a lot of damage, and you just slide in when no one's paying attention and get your little piece of the pie. All right, yeah, let's ride with it. We'll see how it goes. So far, people seem to like it, so I think it's going to be a winner. All right, looks like price is finding support on this retracement leg, consequent encroachment there. So I'll go ahead and delete this. If price trades lower, then it doesn't matter. Queen loves it, so we're keeping it. All right, look like potentially an impulse coming to sweep the high up here. Continue digging into this new week opening gap. Got it. I don't think I ever had an appreciation for pensions and mutual funds trading. I always thought they bought securities or they bought stocks and they just held them. I didn't know they were actually into the day trading or I guess the, what is it, swing trading market. Yep, if I still had that limit order from earlier, it would still be open because I think my limit order was right here. No, it was about 50% of this candle. So it never got touched. Did anyone catch that ES has already taken out last week's high and put in a new all-time high overnight or through the London session? All right, so it made a new high and then rejected out. There's 3 more minutes to close. Let's see how this candle closes. Right, pushing up again. Maybe it'll push outside of the breaker this time. Man, you think it's going to take you 2 days to get 800, TJ? If you don't get it tonight, I'm sure by 10 o'clock in the morning, you'll have it. Oh, yeah. Thanks to everyone who's already hit the like button. I really appreciate it. Give this another go. Unless price runs. If price runs, then that's fine. We'll regroup. Yep. Yeah, you're right. That's 2 trades, 20 pointers, or they happen every hour. On NQ, you don't want to trade back to my entry. Hey, Khaled, how's it going? Around 80. Okay. Let's see how this candle closes in about 3 minutes. All right, I want to see if price really wants to go higher here. So far, we have a couple candles rejecting out of the bearish fair value gap that sent price lower a couple times today already. We're running into issues going through there again. Looks like price is rejecting. Been good, Khaled. How have you been? Uh, Trading's been it's been up and down actually recently, so I can't honestly say that I've been in a rhythm. But hopefully things are changing. We're in a new month, a new quarter, so hopefully April's my month. Exactly, Aries season. Let's get it. All right. Yeah, we're getting close to time for price to do something. Can't just continue to sit where it's at. I think I might abandon the trade soon if it doesn't move. Just 'cause I'm looking at lower time frame and it's not looking that strong. Not to the upside. I'll give it another 2 minutes. Let's see what it does. Yeah, it could be. And here we are. We're at the start of a quarter and start of a month, and we're coming off of the day before was a bank holiday. So there's a lot of reasons for today to be choppy. Our only saving grace is that we did have high impact news, which generally tames the chop. All right, let's see if this candle can finish strong where all the previous ones have failed. Okay, it's a bit more like it. See if consequent encroachment holds up. We've already bounced off this level once. If it trades down there again, then it's going lower. This trade ID anymore. We'll just see if that survives, and if it doesn't, we'll wait to power hour another 20 minutes. See if power hour gives us a better entry if this one doesn't work out. Price has been real back and forth, like ever since about 10:30 this morning. So we don't want to give it that level of satisfaction to just continue to stop us out. Here we have two breakers, a bearish breaker and a bullish breaker, like 4 or 5 points apart. Minute left on this candle. And then it'll be 2:45. We got about 15 minutes before the power hour. Yeah, I hear you, Queen. Yeah, it's I don't know. Yeah, it's not offering much right now. You know, we'll regroup and we'll find something else. We'll call that one break even, and we'll look for a better setup. We're looking at a 75-point range between the lunch high and low. We traded nearly to the bottom. We were probably 10 points away and then started trading higher. And now we're about the same distance away from the lunch high. And price seems to be slowing down and less willing to make an impulse move up. I don't think so. I don't think we're at the midnight open, unless I deleted it by accident. Did I? Oh no, the midnight open is up here at 584. We're about 100 points away. We're close to the high from lunch. Yes. Who is that who asked? Let me find that comment. Is this ICT? Yeah, void. Void. This is the breaker block here that we're using. This section here. This is we had a low, then we had a high, we had a lower low, and then a higher high, and then you wait for the retrace back in, and you take it long. So. All right, let's get ready for the macro for about 20 minutes and power hour following. Let me go down to 1 minute. Oh, your favorite lower? Okay, Ray. No problem, Void. See if we just move the breakers out of the way for a second and just pay attention to the new week opening gap, which is the lime green area. Let's see where consequent encroachment is. All right, not quite 50% yet. We need to get up to 484. But more than that, we need to get up to 491 to lunch high. All right, we're in the macro now. Why did I exit the trade? I exited the trade just because it wasn't moving. All right, I entered the trade over here. And for me, if my idea is working, the trade should start to move in my direction. And we just spent 20 minutes watching the trade up to here. And that's another thing. We have an imposing force just above us. So what I think is going to push price higher is a breaker here. But what could push price lower is the breaker just above, which did push price lower at 1245. And also it pushed price lower here at 1107. So twice today it's hit this area and traded lower. In doing so, it created this breaker after the bearish breaker sent price lower. And so I'm trying to see if I could ride it up, but it keeps running into this breaker, which is also inside of this lime green area, which is the new week opening gap. And those two forces are so far holding price at bay. And so it's not worth my psychology to sit in this trade wondering if it's just going to keep ping-ponging back and forth. I need price to move, and if it's not going to move, then I'll rather wait for the next setup because there's always another setup. Manscaping. That's awful. The power of three? No. So the power of three is just how a candle forms. It's the stages of a candle. It's missing it here. It's not a terrible candle where it traded down and rejected back up. It could send prices higher, but we'll see. But yeah, if you stretch this back over, see it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 times. 10 times in the last 30 minutes, price has traded into this bearish breaker above, and each time it's failed. The candle rarely closes inside. Now it could be the 11th time; it could run right through it. But I just think that it's worth waiting for another setup since this one doesn't seem to be as clean. Yep. Yeah. On the 5 minute, you're right. The 5 minute looks a little discouraging. I mean, but obviously you expect there to be an expansion at some point, but there's going to be a manipulation first. And so based on where my entry was, I didn't want to get caught in that manipulation where it either drops down and sweeps some of these lows, or I don't know where exactly it would have settled. Maybe in here. But having entered up here at like 70, nah, I didn't want to ride it down to 50 and hope it come back up. Right? Because the thing is, I originally entered during lunch over here and it came down and took liquidity. So it's already done that. So I didn't want to ride it down. That's why I exited this last time because I didn't want to ride liquidity down again just so it could sweep some of these lows in an attempt to go higher. I felt like it would either go higher or it wouldn't. And since I gave it 20 minutes and nothing was happening, I just gave up on the idea. Oh, just use the at symbol. Yeah, use the at symbol and then type the name. It'll send it to them. Let's find which one of these levels has not been mitigated yet. There you go. All right, good. That one's done. This level's done. This level's done. Maybe this one. All right, let's see if it gets down to 460 and see where it goes from there. Right, so it's already past 460. Let's see if price wants to turn around or if it wants to stay, continue selling. All right, it's power hour now, 3 o'clock. We have about an hour and 10 minutes to trade. We'll run another 10 minutes on this macro and then we'll see what price does for the rest of the hour. And since it's been pretty lethargic this afternoon, I'm expecting something a bit more exciting this last hour. But if I look at just from a distant view, we do see bullish price action. We do see higher lows. So let's see if price can recover from where it is at 460 and push higher and not start sweeping these lows down here. But if it does, we'll just adjust and we'll trade accordingly. Let's go down to the 5 minute and that'll give us a few more candles to look at. Yeah, I'm gonna go with you on that one, Ray. College basketball seems to have lost something. Something's missing. I don't know if it's too many one and dones or the way the money is distributed now to the players. It's something's missing. 78% retracement so far. Let's see if that's enough to push price higher. Lunch high is within striking distance here. It's about 6 points away from this candle's high. Any reason why Reddit stock took a beating? Or is that just an observation, Boyd? Yeah, it seems like that Reddit would be the one that they would protect, especially since that's the forum that they generally connect on. But yeah, Queen, I'm not gonna lie, I was tempted to jump back in right around here. And then I was just like, nope. I mean, even if it runs for 100 points, it wouldn't be the first time it ran for 100 points without me. Uh, TJ always remind me of songs I haven't heard in forever. All right, Luke, take care. We'll catch you on the next one. All right, during this final hour, during power hour, if you find your setup that you're looking for, you might want to jump on it just because we're down to the final hour. Price generally during this time likes to touch wherever it's going and then get moving to wherever its target is because it's running out of time. So hopefully we get another entry or something that we like, and then we can see price start to move in that direction. But for now, I do need it to break out of this little zone between these two blue patches. I need it to get out. If today is your first time joining the stream, either you joined this morning or it's the first time this afternoon, can you jump in the chat and just let me know where you're coming from, where you're trading from? Just good to see where people are coming from, where they are. Just want to see how many countries are represented or how many states here in the U.S. Okay, let's see if we're just coming to grab half of this wick here. 18,462. So let's look for a reaction there. 18,462. Georgia. All right. Nice. All right. Let's start at the top. Let's see where we are. DC, Germany, Cali. All right. So we got another West Coaster here. Alberta. All right. Let's see. Darcy, Alberta. Are we in Edmonton, Calgary, or neither? Mexico. All right, Rafael. I was just in Mexico City last month, or as actually, sorry, the end of February. New Algeria. All right. DTFX void. All right. I'm still learning DTFX. I must admit I've probably only been doing it for a good 2.5 months or so. And I'm only on the original masterclass. I'm at I just finished episode 7 last week. I didn't look at any this past weekend, but I still have a few more to go. And obviously I need to back test and practice some more too. Denver, Boston, excellent. ZA. Not sure what ZA is. Georgia. All right. New York City, Queens, South Carolina. Of course, TJ. Khaled is in North Korea. Of course, he's in North Korea. Invest. Bro, Justice. Chi-Town, Queen. I'm in Phoenix, Arizona. ZA is South Africa. Oh, okay, got it. Thanks, Vivian. I was thinking that, and I was like, no, maybe it's Zimbabwe. I don't know. But welcome. Good to have you all join the channel today. Hopefully you are enjoying it and you're going to continue to join the channel, and we'll see you another time. But don't be shy. Jump in the chat, ask questions, provide feedback for others if you have any. Oh, Khaled, we're right here. We're so close. It's only at 891, and we've been as high as 487. But then the real question is, once it sweeps that lunch high, do we get a turnaround and a push for lunch low, or do we get a bounce and it continues on? Private Idaho, I'm not even sure what triple Q is. I'm assuming it's another trading pair. Got it. Yeah, I've every time I watch DTFX or I watch any of his tutorials or even his students, I generally pick up something that I haven't been looking at before, which is really helpful. ES took lunch a bit ago. Okay. Oh, that's the Nasdaq symbol, triple Q. Got it. It's not actual island. Tactical reviews. 10-4. It is definitely not an island. Yeah, Ray, how did you read ES when you saw ES already took last week's high before we even started trading this morning? You know, when I first looked at it, I thought we might go lower. I already thought we would go lower early in the week, but once I saw that, I figured we'd go lower immediately. Okay. All right, boy. Appreciate it. Thank you. All right, so let's just look and see what's still open from this morning. Okay, so we have the Asia high, 18,611. We never traded back to 18,611, so the Asia high is still available. Obviously, the March 26 high was from last week. So the only session highs and lows we have is Asia high And then we have the lunch high and low still open. Okay, what I see. Yeah. Okay. Okay, maybe this is the push that price needs. Crypto's moving higher. Oh, excellent. That means my portfolio probably is looking better. All right, sweep of a short-term high. See if we can get the next one up around 85, 485. $33. All right. Man, this is extremely small fair value gap here. Yeah, I'm not even going to put it there, but I see what you're saying at 533. So if we break above the 830 open, then we'll look for 533 as potential landing spot for price. Maybe that's this here. Bingo. All right. So we'll get CE of, what's this, S&D zone there, the one responsible for the last leg down. So we'll see if price wants to trade into that level. I see you, Void. DTFX. Yeah, I wonder if it's going to wait around until 345 like it does sometimes. And then we see the 350 push. Yeah, private Idaho, I think you might be right there. Price may be waiting on us until the very end when most people aren't paying attention, and it runs. Um, those who've been on this channel to all the way until 4 o'clock has seen what price can do at the very end. So for those of us still waiting, we'll keep waiting. We'll wait all the way until the end because price still usually will deliver. Oh, April Fools. I didn't think about that. Uh, yep. Oh, Thursday, the last minute. Okay. Yeah, Robin, you're right. Thank you all for the likes so far. 71 is definitely the most we've had in the last month or so. So I appreciate all the love so far. Thank you. Sorry, I'm just reviewing last Thursday's movement during the 3 o'clock hour. Okay, yep. The last minute, 3:59, it dropped. 20, 30 points quickly. Okay. Two more. J stores. Get it. Nice, nice. We got somebody winning, taking money out of the market in this chop here. All right, we passed 3:30 now, so we're into the last half hour here. Mm, exactly, Robin. You know, we've never had 100. Never had 100 likes before. Reminds me of last week. We had something very similar to this, and I was looking at price, and it just kind of hung around for 2 or 3 hours, and I just said, I'm not interested. I don't want any parts of that. And then at the very end of the day, price just took off from that area and rewarded everyone who was patient. J Stores talking about luck. Mm-hmm. Fresh monthly, weekly, fresh everything candle. Okay, I think it's clear. The draw on liquidity is the lunch high. We got almost a 78% retracement. Mm. Testing everyone's patience now. Like who's got it and who doesn't. Mhm. You check on how the dollar's trading now as well as the other indices. Oh, it's awful. For 2 seconds, I'm going to click over and just take a look at the dollar with the others. All right, so we can see the progress dollar was making. It's slowed down considerably, although it's not surprising that the dollar has a small range in the afternoon. That seems to be normal for the dollar. But if we look at the other indices, the last couple of hours, really, it's been uninspiring. For the Dow, then we have S&P, same issue, and then also Nasdaq. Very uninspiring price action here. You know what? Let me remove some of these levels. All right, let's hope the next 20, 25 minutes gives us something good. It's definitely been a slow couple of hours. DXY, my next level on DXY is at 105 and a half. If we can get up to 105 and a half. Now, I'm not saying that for right now, but that's my weekly level where I have DXY going. 80s. All right, let's see. We got a closure right on the consequent encroachment of the bullish breaker. Let's see if that means anything. Yeah, Jay Stores, I was thinking if you had 20 accounts, right? If you made $200 in a day, by the end of the week, you'll have 20K across. If you trade all 5 days, you'll have 20K across the 20 accounts. Or 40K in 2 weeks. So yeah, you're right. There's no home runs required. All you really need is one 10-point win on Nasdaq, or one 4.5 point win on S&P. Actually, not 4.5, just 4 points. S&P, you need 4 points to get $200. All right, good recovery. Look at that response. All right, so we'll have the macro starting in about 7 minutes. Hopefully that leads to some either an impulse of some kind or liquidity sweep, something. Hopefully that leads to something that then gives us 10 minutes of good price action. Yep. Yeah, and you see that's all it takes is $200 per day. So if you can manage to hit $200 per day, all you need is the 20 accounts, and then you can do it. If anyone looking to take a challenge soon, whether it's Topstep or Apex, I have affiliate links in the description if you wouldn't mind using those. But those are the only two companies I have affiliate links with. Any ones outside of that, I don't have a lot of knowledge about the company. Right, so we have a complete recovery and close above the previous candle. Not surprising, it's coming just a few minutes before the macro. And let's see now if we get the lunchtime high. Yeah, I've been seeing prop firms closing down. Some of those newer ones that just started last year are already starting to fail. There you go, Void. Exactly. The skill you take with you. So really the idea is make as much money from the props as you can to fund your own account. That's really where you want to go with it. See if you can't hurry up and get to 50K or 100K or whatever it is that you're looking for. And when you get that, then you have your own account. So if anything happens to the prop and they're no longer available to you, you still have the skill and you'll have some capital to keep moving. Okay, macro in 2 minutes. It's a solid bounce. Let's go down to the 1 minute. Just watch it from there. Mm. All right, now that we're in the macro, let's see what happens. So we see price dug through the fair value gap that was here. Now we're going for these highs. Boom. All right, lunch high, here it comes. Or maybe not. Wow, what a tease. See now if price pushes lower. All right, 18,460 is a key level for us. And a sweep of this low by a couple ticks. All right, so we had a bullish candle, rejection, bearish candle, rejection. And now let's see what this candle gives us. Hours a little longer than that. Yeah, it's been a while. Definitely been a while. So it looks like last week's price action has continued into this week, even though it's a new quarter, new week, new month. It's okay. I figure we might have this because I know ICT always said the day following a bank holiday is usually a little choppy. No, it's okay. It's okay, Void. We all have prediction of where we think price is going, and most of the time it does something different, but sometimes we are right. I think Void was saying that it'll probably run up to 533, which it can still do in the next couple minutes because we're going to hit this lunch high. And when we hit the lunch high, it could take off. Boom. There it is. All right. Let's see if the 830 open gets tapped next. What did Void say right here? Let's see if that happens. The Yeet candle. And this was at what? Okay, 354. And it was almost the last couple seconds of that candle. So basically 355. Right. And now it's moved a little over 30 points. It went up and touched that area that you talked about. It just hasn't gotten to consequent encroachment yet, but it touched exactly right there at 514 and a half and then started to retrace. See if it continues, Void. I'll stay on until 10 after 4, and we'll see how far this price goes. During this final macro, it gave us two entries, one at 350 and one at 352, back inside of this breaker. See if it tests the lunch high and then move up from there. I'll go ahead and measure up this leg that just ran to see how far we've retraced. And not quite. Okay. So the lunch high is exactly 50%. Let's see if we get a bounce from there. Miss Healthy, you caught it. Good job. The bullish breaker. The bullish breaker. Queen. Coming back. Let's see if it can break out and continue higher. So far, the candle bodies have remained above the lunch high. All right, we've crossed over to 4 o'clock, so there's 10 more minutes before prop accounts need to be closed. So plan your exit accordingly. All right, Idaho, catch you later. All right, we got price trading back into the zone now. Still, the candle body stayed above the lunch high, so let's see now the next candle. Just a couple more minutes in our session today. If you're done and you do have to go, and you haven't hit the like button yet, do so on your way out. I would really appreciate it. And other than that, I guess I'll catch you on the next one. For everyone else, again, I'll be here until 10 after. So we got about 7 more minutes. Hey, Boyd, good job. Way to go. All right, Boyd, I'll catch you on the next one. Take care. It looks like possibly we may have expanded as much as we're going to this afternoon. There's another 5 minutes left, but price may just kind of settle in on itself. You're still in a trade. You got 5 minutes, so plan your exit accordingly. All right, TJ, take care, man. We'll see you on the next one. Jay Stores, congrats, man. Way to crush the market today. Khaled and Vivian, I'll catch you on the next one. Oh, okay. Got it. Okay. All right, we're still here for a few more minutes then. I think this was my original trade. I was going for a 1.5 risk reward. Enter right at the breaker, but stop somewhere just below it. Come out right at the 8:30 open. That was the trade I was looking for back when I took it. Way over here somewhere. It wasn't to be. So we'll try again tomorrow and we'll grab another trade set up. Hopefully that one goes the distance. Like, who do we still have here? Yeah, I'm trying not to switch to micros. I'm try not to do that, but I might end up having to. I learned that from ICT, and this is CBS Trader. ICT teaches the 8:30 open. I guess it's the hour before the market actually opens. I think he said that's when the traders get to their desk and start doing things. So he likes the 8:30 open. Plus, I think the 8:30 open also on a lot of days, that's where you have red folder news. All right. Are there any final questions or comments or anything? We're getting close to the end here. Yeah, Khalid, if you've watched me trade over the last 3 or 4 weeks, you can see I've been struggling with that. I've been struggling with the stop loss placement and then trusting um, that, some of the retracements when I'm in drawdown are just that, and it's not going to hit my stop. And so too many times I've either moved my stop to a more aggressive position, or I've moved it to break even. And most of those times, most of those times, um, the trade has gone against me, and then the trade has gone the direction I thought it was going to go. So it's been tough for sure. And that's why today I let that trade run, because I get to the point to where I need to just let it go. If it goes against me and stops me out, then that's just the way it is. But otherwise, I'm never going to get out of this rut if I don't leave my stop where it is. Nice, Messiah. Messiah. I start at 9:15 in the morning. So we do the New York Open just before the bell, 15 minutes before. And then in the afternoon, we start at New York time, 1300. So we only take a break during lunch from 12 to 1, or 12 to 1300 is our break time. Yep. Yeah, and that's the problem also with trading minis, is that oftentimes you go in with one contract, so then you kind of get stuck. You can't partial out, and then if it's not high enough for your objective, then you don't want to close your trade, so you end up holding on to it, and a lot of times it'll turn around on you. All right, Richard. Catch you tomorrow. Take care. All right, everyone. So this ends our afternoon session today. Thank you very much. We had a lot of energy today, a lot of new people, so I'm really excited about that. Hopefully, most of you come back tomorrow. Looking forward to it. Hopefully, we can continue to grow and continue to have more traders in the room, where we can all share ideas and hopefully become better traders together. So, with that being said, that concludes our session. Please, on your way out, make sure you like the stream, subscribe if you haven't already, and we're back at it tomorrow morning at 9:15. Invitations will be sent. I haven't set it up yet, but I'll do it as soon as we finish here, and you should get a reminder in the morning. Take care, everyone. See you tomorrow.